this week, we got some Nintendo Switch 2 rumors scrolling in, Nintendo gets rid of a subscription service, and more. So let's just go ahead, together, as a people, and check it out! And welcome to another sensational Sunday. I'm Mike, and I'm back to talk about the gaming news. And you know who makes games? Nintendo, and they make them for their super popular system, the Nintendo Switch. A system that is so old, it's about to start first grade. Now, that's not a bad thing. The system is fine, it's still selling fairly well, but it's getting around that time for the next system to come out, and we're finally starting to get our first little tidbits of rumors for some features that may be coming to their next system. And in this first one, we're going to talk about the controllers. So this rumor comes from an anonymous TSA agent who claims someone who had a large device in a Pelican case set off their metal detector, and that person requested to be searched privately. Apparently they had a device in the Pelican case that was a large game system with controllers that resembled the Switch, but apparently had scroll wheels near the rear triggers, leading to this rumor that their next system may have scroll wheels on the controllers. Now this is from a claim from an anonymous person, so there's nothing to substantiate this being true, so I'm personally not sold on this story even being true. But let's say that this is true, then this is probably a dev kit, and it could be them testing a new gimmick for the next system. One of the things that I've personally wondered about their next system is if they do something similar to the Switch, then what are they going to do to iterate on the hardware? Nintendo usually finds some weird gimmick to add to their system, so it wouldn't be outside of the realm of possibility for them to add scroll wheels or something weird to the controller to make a new way to play games. But you know what else they may be adding to their next system? Some kind of smartphone integration. So this rumor actually comes from a patent that was filed by Nintendo that shows a smartphone attached to what we assume is a console using some kind of strap. The patent is vague, so it really could mean anything. It could even be something for the Switch, but I could see this being something that they could do for their next system. As one of the 5 people that used to own a Wii U, one of the things that was cool about it was having that second screen. Like, I never vibe with Mario Maker the same way on the Switch as I did the Wii U version because I didn't have that second screen to create levels on. So it's possible that this next system could use a smartphone or a tablet in certain circumstances as a second screen for games. I mean, the Switch kind of has some integration with the smartphone app, but it's mainly for voice chat and online games, which is a feature that I've never personally used. But it would be kind of cool to get that second screen option back in Nintendo's next system if this rumor is true. But like I said, it's just a patent, so it's a bit of a stretch. Just like Microsoft's claim that a PS5 Slim is coming later this year. So this is more information coming from the FTC trial with Microsoft trying to acquire Activision. And one of the things that Microsoft stated during the trial was that Sony was expected to release a PS5 Slim later this year. The testimony also mentioned that they were releasing a handheld PS5 that was going to be under $300, which isn't really true. I definitely wouldn't say Project Q is a handheld PS5. It's just a handheld that can play PS5 games remotely, but you still need a PS5 to use it. So I'm not sure if Microsoft is getting this information from some kind of inside source or if they're just basing it off of rumors and speculation. It would feel weird if Sony did release a Slim that's cheaper, considering that they just raised prices last year. And there was also a previous rumor that they were going to release a cheaper PS5 that's basically the same as a digital version of the system with an extra USB-C port and sell an external disk drive separate for people who want to play physical games. So I'm not saying it's impossible we could see a Slim at the end of the year, but again, it would feel kind of weird considering the stock issues finally getting resolved and them doing those price increases. But you know what price is actually decreasing? Nintendo's subscription repair service, and that's what we're talking about in our final story. So back in July last year, Nintendo started a Switch repair subscription service in Japan. And this covered 6 repairs a year, 2 of them being hardware repairs. So it's kind of similar to like what Apple does with Apple Care. Well, the reason I mentioned that the price is decreasing and this lead into the story is not because it was expensive, it's because the price is about to be non-existent. Because Nintendo, effective August 31st, has decided to discontinue this offering. So there's no specific reason given as to why they decided to discontinue this after a year. It could be because it wasn't popular, or maybe they were losing money on this deal. It would have been cool if they would have brought this service to the US, considering that a lot of people buy these systems for kids, which in turn means that they could easily end up being used as a basketball or football. But alas, we shall never know what this service could have been. But I know I'm getting up out of here and bringing this video to a close, but let me know in the comments, what would you like to see from Nintendo's next system? Personally, I want huge scroll wheels all around the controllers, but again, let me know down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to tell a friend, tell a coworker, like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell notification to be notified when I drop a video. And always do at least 2 things at the same time. We out.